I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. But if I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling? Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't you proud to plead, baby, baby? Please don't leave me, girl. Now I heard a crying man is half a man with no sense of pride. But if I have to try to keep you, I don't mind weeping if it'll keep you by my side. Ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bobby Baby Walker from Baby Love Music at the Madhouse Studios. And this is Renee Marie Testa, my co-hostess. And we're going to do another session in music. But before we do that, we'd like to recap some of what we did previously. Our last show, we went over
vocabulary words.
and some of the vocabulary words were scale, treble clef,
4x4.
four, time signatures, which is 4/4, and we went over staff, 5 lines, 5 spaces, EGBDF, the letter names of the lines of the treble clef. We also went over the spaces of the treble clef. We did not get into the bass clef yet. And you can also go online and access the last shows on the
On YouTube.
on the archive.
Right. You can look. Yeah, you can go to Archive of Madhouse, or you could Google YouTube Baby Love Music Madhouse TV, and it will come up.
Right. Today we're gonna be going into scales, and we have a guest, and his name is Danny Boy. What's your last name? Say again? Kader. Danny Boy Kader. And Danny's a jazz musician and all-around great guy. And we're going to interview him, and he's going to play a few tunes for us. So we got a great show in line, so stay tuned. Anyway, we want to remind you of the telethon that's going to be taking place on
March 29th, 2015, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Madhouse TV.
Absolutely. Okay, I think that covers everything.
I actually was just with Bob from Judy's Run. I want to say hi to Bob and to Joe. Joe actually he hurt his ankle. He was on our show last week on the Celebration of Life, which was, we had a great time. Didn't we have a great time?
We had a great time.
We had a great time. It was all about partying and enjoying life and really just getting in the swing of things for Memorial Day for our veterans.
Right.
So it was awesome. But Joe, hi to Joe and Steve and Bob. Bob and I just met about our telethon, and we're really, really working on it. And within the next few weeks, we will definitely have some applications online for musicians to come and join us and really put out the word for it. So I'm excited about it.
Right, and we are going to publicize some of those musicians on Madhouse.
Yep, Madhouse on the website.
So it's a great opportunity for you, so please chime in. Also, I'd like some feedback as to how you liking the shows. If you have any questions, there's going to be a number going across the screen. You can call me, and I'll answer any questions that you have. And that's about it, right?
That's good.
That's
Where did you hang out last night? Because I know you're always doing your networking, and Bobby gets home at 4 in the morning, then gets up about 6. what was last night's
last night
event?
was Isla Verde.
Isla Verde. What's that?
That's Green Island in the Bronx and Parkchester area. And they were doing karaoke. So I figured I'd stroll in and sing a few tunes.
We're actually going karaokeing with our really good friend Karen.
On
Hi,
Thursday.
Karen. Yes.
On Thursday.
Karen's actually, she's one of the team of singers that we're actually in the process of putting together a keynote speaking and singing show, and she is definitely going to be a part of it.
And Karen also happens to be a backup singer for an Elvis impersonator. Her and her 2 sisters.
Yes, yes.
So it's a 3-sister team backing up Elvis impersonators. So.
Karen has an ear to really make an artist sound wonderful. You know, as an artist, she backed me up on a song I did, a Spanish song, and she has an ear. She's phenomenal. She's phenomenal.
Right.
So.
Okay, so we're gonna start with. Should we go to break?
Yeah, we will.
We're gonna go to break and come back with the musicianship segment.
Yeah, because you wanted to do that a little bit longer so that we could give enough time to Danny Boy.
Right.
So we're going to go to break right now, and we'll be right back.
And we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have 2 practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your number one resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the number one supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Madhouse TV. And my name is Bobby Baby, and I'm with Baby Love Music. Anyway, today we're going to study the scale, the major scale. Okay, the major scale starting on C is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. There are 7 letters to the musical alphabet, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 8th is a repeat on a higher level. Okay, it's C and C. Okay, all right. The major scale is made up of whole and half steps. So the first from C to D is a whole step. So we're going to put a little slide here to indicate a whole step. Then from D to E is also a whole step. So we put another slide. Then from E to F is only a half step. So we'll put a V underneath, all right, to indicate half step. Then we'll put from F to G is a whole step, so we'll put another half moon there, or slide, or whatever you want to call it. Then from G to A is another whole step. Okay? From A to B is a whole step. Right? And then from B to C is a half step. So the formula for a major scale becomes whole step, half step, and whole step, half step. Okay, write that down. Don't miss it. Whole step, half step, and whole step, half. So it's 2.5 and 3.5. Okay. Now, we like to try to build another scale, but I'm going to ask you to build it on F. So we'll put the treble clef here, and we'll start with F. Who can tell me where the next note goes for a scale? A whole step from F to G, or a half step? Right. It's a whole step. Okay? Now, the next step, according to the formula, this is a whole step. Yeah. Okay. We have. Okay, this it's whole step, right? A whole step from G to what? To A. All right? And then a half step from A to B. So it's not B, it's B flat. Because A to B flat is a half step, A to B is a whole step. And I failed to mention that E to F is a natural half step. And B to C is also a natural half step. If you play on the piano and play all the white keys, the E and F will be half steps, B and C will be half steps, and all the rest will be whole steps. So here, A to B would have to be a half step. So we can actually put the B here, so that to indicate that that line will always be a B flat. Okay, the next interval will be B flat to C, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And B flat to C, whole step. Then C to D is also a whole step. And D to E is another whole step, right? And E to F, which are natural half steps, E to F, completes the sequence. It's whole step, half, whole step, half step. Okay? Now these notes are considered intervals, all right? This is interval, we'll call this a unison. Okay. We have a perfect unison. The first one, C. Right. The second one is a major second. Major second. The third one is a major third. And the fourth one is a perfect fourth. And that's indicated by a P4. So write P4 on your notes. And the next interval is a perfect fifth. So you write a P5 on your notes. The next one is a major sixth. And you can write an M6 and a major seventh. The next one. And a perfect unison, perfect octave, perfect octave on the 8th. And they all have their numbers. So it's unison number 1, major, 2 major intervals, the second and the third, then 2 perfect intervals, the 4th and the 5th, 2 more major intervals, the 6th and the 7th, and a perfect octave on the 8th. That's 4 and 4. Okay? Everybody understand that? If you don't, write me, call me, let me know whether you understand it or not. And I'll answer your questions. Okay. So usually when we talk about intervals, we describe them like this. Perfect unison. 2 voices. Okay? Perfect unison. That means 2 people singing the same note. Okay? Then we have major second, starting from the C, because we're in the key of C. So we'll write the C first, and the next note up is a major second. Okay? Then we go to the next note, and we write another C, and the next note up will be E. Okay? That will be a major third. And these are distances that we use to identify certain notes, or notes that we use to identify distances. Okay? Because you're going to need this to develop chords, to build chords. Okay? So we have perfect unison, major second, and major third. Then we have a perfect 4th. Starting on C, counting up 4, which makes it an F. All right? Okay. Then we have a perfect 5th, right? Because we counted up 5, right, from C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And I'm putting it down here only because I don't have room up here. Okay? This is supposed to be together. Okay? So this is a P5. All right? The next one, you write the C again, which is the main note. You're in the key of C. And go up the next note, which will be A, and that will be a major 6. Okay? That's supposed to be TH. All right. Then the next one, everybody following me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that will be a major 7. And then, of course, the octave. C and C. Okay? It will be a perfect octave, which means P8, which is a perfect octave. Okay? Okay, so this will be do, do. The next one will be do, re. The next one will be do, mi. Do, fa. Do, sol. Do, la. Do, ti. Do, do. Okay? I'd like you to learn the intervals of the of each one of these the syllables of each one of these intervals, and that is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. And I need you to learn it backwards and forward. And that's all we have for now. We're going to go to commercial and we'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. A vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back. I'm Bobby Baby Walker. This is Renee Marie Testa, my co-hostess, and this is, tell them your name.
Danny Kader. How are you guys?
Danny Kader.
You don't go by Danny Boy?
Danny Boy.
Danny Boy, like Renee Marie.
Boy.
Renee Marie, Bobby Baby, and Danny Boy.
Danny Boy.
That's all
There
our
you go.
stage names.
There you go. Anyway, we're going to talk to Danny about his playing. He's a fantastic jazz musician, studied in Florida.
University
University
of
of
Miami.
Right.
Go Hurricanes.
All
Woo,
right.
when did what year?
I went from 91 to 95.
Wow.
All right.
It's a while ago now.
Very cool.
Can I ask you something? So lead the way. How did you guys, hook up or meet?
Don't want to know that
Give us a brief
one. Don't want to know that
synopsis.
one.
You know what? I'm going to let you tell it. I'll let you tell the story on that one.
Oh, there's not a clean. There's not a. Did I ask the wrong question?
No,
it's
you
not
didn't. No,
dirty or
no,
anything,
no.
but It's kind of embarrassing. You know?
Okay.
We were on an interesting gig.
Okay.
We were playing together.
Oh yes, you did tell me.
Invited guests.
Right.
And we're not sure if things went the way we wanted it to go that night.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Bobby did mention to me how you guys hooked up.
Yeah,
But
we got paid, for the gig, but they did ask us to leave.
right. But my I guess the story behind it is you met through music.
Yes.
Right.
You met.
That's right.
You guys had a gig together.
Right.
And if you guys didn't know each other, how did you get the gig together?
The gentleman that hired both of us called us in, and it was just him, Danny, myself, and what's the guy's name?
Hector.
Hector.
Infamous.
A gentleman by the name of Hector.
Morales,
That's
And
I don't know. We
one
need
of
to say that, right?
one of our best friends, and he called us in to do the gig, and it was just us three. it was supposed to be a Latin gig.
Oh, okay.
You know, you have to
Okay.
have horns.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, so
Well, you
he
could have
had-
went.
He had one singer, one keyboard player, and he was on congas.
Oh, okay.
And needless to say, we couldn't fill up the rest of the band
Right.
by just
By
us
ourselves, that's
three.
right.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
how we met.
Okay. Okay. So, Danny, tell us a little bit about your path. You know.
Let me
Okay.
ask him. When did you start playing?
I started playing when I was 10 years old. The way it happened was my mom. I used to live in the Bronx, and my mom told me, "We're gonna send you over to your aunt's house for the summer." She lives in Manalapan, New Jersey.
Yay, New Jersey!
And she says, and while I'm there, you know, my cousins, they had to each practice 2 hours a day on the piano. I
Wow,
didn't
that's
know how to play the
awesome.
piano then. Yeah. And I wanted to go outside and play, and I wanted them to come play with me. And they both, they had to put in their 2 hours, and I was left just sitting there all day. So I used to get mad at the piano. I actually started banging on the piano in anger. And they said, let's calm this guy down, show him where middle C is, and maybe we could teach him something, and we can get through the summer.
Right. Did you used to stay down there like for the weekends or for
every
the
summer,
week?
for the whole,
Oh, for the whole summer.
Basically the whole
It was
summer.
awesome, the
Yeah.
Jersey Shore, isn't it? Yeah.
So anyway, the rest is history. They taught me middle C, and that was it. I took off from there. Once I got back in September, I asked my mom to buy me a piano, and I started taking lessons.
Wow.
Went to Manhattan School of Music on Saturdays throughout high school. While everybody's home watching Saturday morning cartoons, I'm learning theory and music and
Wow.
competing for classical music competitions.
Wow. What classical music competitions did you compete for? Did you win any?
Yes, I won a bunch of them. I did there's the Carnegie Hall competition, there's the symphony competition,
Wow.
Cami Hall, played at Lincoln Center. We did.
Wow.
My mom got her full swing of seeing everything happen for me.
Oh, very cool. Very
Wow.
cool.
That's awesome.
It's good.
That's remarkable.
It was great.
You know.
Okay, so why did you get into jazz? What was the why not pop or R&B?
One day I heard a CD of a very famous jazz musician, jazz pianist. His name is Oscar Peterson.
Yes.
About 6'5", I think he was. Fingers were very, very long.
Oh my gosh.
Had an unbelievable touch. His music was just beautiful. It sounded like almost like classical music, but in a jazz setting. His fingers were all over the place, and he just made beautiful music.
Wow.
And I got hooked from there.
It's almost like a
Did-
language,
Did
right?
Yes.
Did he do a song for my father?
Oh, he did a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
A
Yeah.
song for my.
Yeah.
Boom.
Wow.
The way I heard him was it was a song called Joy Spring, and he was playing this rendition with he had a bass, drums, guitar, and him. And as soon as I heard that, it was about 8 minutes long. It was like 8 minutes of
Heaven.
probably the best 8 minutes of my life. You know, it was that good.
Yeah.
So, and I would listen to it. I must have listened to that song probably every day for just about my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
cool. Very cool. So then you migrated. You doubled with jazz and Latin.
Correct. I started getting into Latin music because my mom was very, very into salsa music, and she said, I want you to learn how to play salsa music. So she found out about Boys Harbor for the Performing Arts on 104th
okay.
Street and 5th Avenue.
Right. Yeah.
Shout out to Mom.
My cousin.
Shout out to Boys Harbor.
My cousin studies there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pascual.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Pascual Villaronga.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's my cousin.
Oh, okay. And we started learning big band there and started playing Latin music, started learning how to do what they call a montuno or guajeo that supports the general music. And the rest was, I started to use that and kind of hone that in along with mixing in the jazz and mixing in the classical, a little bit of all three into what I play.
What nationality are you?
I'm half Puerto Rican and half Egyptian.
Wow.
Ooh,
Wow, that's
cool.
that's an interesting.
They only meet in New York.
I think that's awesome. I don't think I've ever met anyone that's half Puerto Rican and half Egyptian.
Me either.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
don't have too many.
That's good though. That's awesome. You got a lot of culture,
Yes.
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 Especially the Latin side.
Yes.
Latin, we like our music.
That's right.
Let me see. How about relationships in the music field? How do you feel about people that have bands that hire you to play
Mhm.
and are not trained musicians? How do you feel about that?
It's a good question. You know, there's those musicians that are playing by ear. There's those musicians that are like me that studied. They went through all of the training that's involved, and you know, there's others that are just they're just, I wouldn't say winging it, but they're learning by ear.
Right.
And there's the good and the bad of both. You know, when you're learning it from a classical standpoint, you're able to read easier. You're able to understand music more. You're able to understand the theory of music more.
Right.
When you're playing it by ear, you can listen to any song on the radio and pretty much hear everything. And you can pretty much adapt to any situation you're in.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a mix, but we
Right.
all get along
Yeah.
together. Especially,
Yeah.
you know, you learn from each other too. That's the best part
Yeah.
about music is
Yeah.
it's a universal language, and
That's true.
yeah, you get everybody together, and you'll learn one thing from one other person, even if they don't play the instrument you're playing.
Right, right.
great.
It's not a competition. It's
right.
about all uniting for the purpose of music.
That's right.
Hopefully,
So,
hopefully.
Yes.
Um,
Danny Boy and I were talking before about where he, if he has an actual band he performs with right now, or if he's a freelancer.
Yes.
You're actually
Yes.
a freelancer.
I'm freelancing
Right.
right now. that's right.
Freelancing.
Yes.
And so that means our audience or anybody watching could give you a call and contact you if they should need a keyboardist.
Absolutely.
Right.
And where could they contact you if they? You have an email address?
Yeah, I have an email address. It's really easy. It's long, but it's really easy. pianomandan25@msn.com. So pianomandan, the number 2, the number 5, at msn.com. Or if you want to reach me by cell phone or text 646-633-7716.
That's good. That's really
Yeah,
good.
very good.
So,
very
wait,
good.
we're going to ask him. I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right.
Are you going to perform on our telethon?
If you let me.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So you heard it live here. Dan is going to come back and play on our telethon.
Our telethon.
Okay, we're going to give
Yay!
you a sample of what he can do
Yes.
today. We'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Woo!
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Stop the truck! Stop the truck! Please. Thank you.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Horsehair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday.